Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Okay, I wanted to do a little video today. I haven't done videos in quite a while, and since I can't write a new blog because I've written a blog about it, I'm going to talk about my old blog. So it's basically about one of my blogs that I wrote. 2017, one of my very, very first blogs. So it was just advice on relocating. I am relocating. Not particularly, I wouldn't call it relocating. I would say moving home because I'm moving basically from one unit to another for financial reasons. I mean, life is life. Sometimes life, not love. Sometimes life knocks you down. And you okay, I forgot the name. So yeah, just sorting out a whole lot of stuff. And I feel like also, what's the point of having a specific space if you don't need it? You know what I mean? Don't mind where I'm looking. I'm just have notes that I'm looking at. So yeah. So there's no point of being in a big space if you don't need it and if you can't afford it particularly. I mean, I'll also have a talk about this at some point, but inflation continuously goes up, and unfortunately our salaries don't go up at the same percentage as inflation. So it's sad, but I know we usually cannot afford life. You know, what you could have afforded 5 years ago, you can't afford it now because basically salaries and whatever you're earning is still in the same place. And I mean, that's one of the reasons why I also want to invest. I mean, more than I am already. I think it's the financial fitness bunny, the financial bunny. I forgot something Mashile. I love that woman. Let me find her name. Financial bunny. Something bunny. Come on, show me some. Show me some. Financial fitness bunny with Nicolette Mashile. I love that girl. Yes, she's not accredited finance person, but anything where you can give me advice from your personal perspective and you're not being too technical, you're not being too snobbish, like you know it all and I don't, but you act like, I love it when people give advice from their experiences and from what they think is best, you know, personal views and stuff like that. It's also like this other book I was reading, what's it called? Oh, I forget, but I'll put it aside. It's amazing because if you can tell a story from your own perspective and how you view it, not it's still technical because obviously you have a specific amount of knowledge and you have been through it. So you can give me something that I can take away and not expect, like, people who are financially trained or somebody who's professionally trained in something, like usually you take the advice as in like, okay, cool, right, this is what's going to happen and this is what I expect from it. And when it doesn't happen, it's like, but like if it's a human being, like a personal sort of connection, then it's better because then we really know what's going on and we really kind of understand it and we realize that if something goes wrong, then it is obviously our problem. It's something we did wrong or it wasn't our time. I believe very much in things like the universe. So if it's not your time or it's not your thing, it won't work out very well. So yeah, anyway, talking about relocating. So I'm moving from one unit to another today. Sprung on me. It was supposed to be Saturday, but it's today. It's okay. It's still the same building. I mean, we will be okay. And I mean, I'm gonna put my link to the, what's it called, to the blog that I did in 2017 because it all still applies in the link below. Where, for example, for me, some of the things won't apply because I'm not actually moving very far, but sometimes you do really have to look at the stuff that you have. For example, if you still have a few things that you do not need, for example, clothes, or items that don't work anymore, and you always said, oh no, I'll take it there to get fixed. If it's been 2 years, trust me, you ain't gonna get nothing fixed. Just get rid of it. You can even get rid of it in a way where you're recycling. I mean, with clothes, there's places like, I will put the name at the bottom. I always forget things when I'm recording. It's so weird. But yeah, for clothes, you can take it to places where they will resell it for you. You can take it to places where you donate. I mean, after this whole flooding in KZN, you would want to donate. If you're not wearing it, give it to somebody who needs it. Do something about it. Make sure, you know. So clothes, appliances, food. I mean, especially food. If you're moving, what usually happens is you have to turn off your fridge. For me, it doesn't apply, but for when you're moving, usually it takes the whole day. So you would have to turn off your fridge, and it's better to do grocery shopping once you're done moving, because it makes your load less, and it also is less likely that you'll have an issue with rotting meat. And you know, I know most of you might have cooler bags and stuff like that. So if you've already bought a lot of stuff and you're not an excessive eater like me, I love my meat. So if you don't have that much food, but it needs to be frozen, like your meats and stuff, just put it in a cooler bag. Literally just put it in a cooler bag, get some ice, keep it at a cool state so that it doesn't go from warming up, like that warming up state where you're basically defrosting your meat. It's not healthy. I'll try to find where I saw this for you, but it's not healthy to keep meat after you have defrosted it. So basically, if it defrosts, make it. If it defrosts and you put it back into the freezer, it is more likely chance that you'll get some really bad infections and all of that. Not infections. What's the word? Diseases. No. So bad at this. Anyway, so this also doesn't apply for me, but you can get boxes for free at supermarkets. If you go at the back where they deliver, they actually give you boxes for free. You just go to the back and you ask them for boxes, and they give you a bunch of boxes. So you don't actually have to pay for boxes. You don't have to pay for plastic bags. I know a lot of people like buying plastic bags, but I mean, we're not all fortunate enough to have money to spend on plastic bags and boxes. So you can actually get them for free at a supermarket down the road. Also get enough tape, and also make sure that you, put your stuff into sections. I'm going to say sections because I can't think of the word. Put them up in sections where you actually have your kitchen stuff in one, your bathroom stuff in one, your bedroom stuff in one. So example, like linen, shoes, clothes, not everything all in one box where you're just shoving stuff in boxes, because once you get to your new home, you will have an issue unpacking and putting everything back the way you want to. So it's always best to mark your boxes and make sure that every box has what you have marked on the outside. So if it's kitchen appliances, make sure you write kitchen appliances. If it's plates and so forth, you put plates at the back on the outside. If you can afford stickers for fragile, put fragile, or just write it fragile on the box itself. But yeah, I mean, the link to the blog is below. That's more or less what you do need to do. And always ask your friends. It's always good to have a friend nearby, bonding while you are trying to pack up everything. And it's a really good way to bond with your friends, because firstly, you're doing something more personal. It's your personal stuff, whereas in you start talking about your personal stuff and you become closer with whichever friends you are with. So it does become a thing of where, like, you're both carrying stuff, you're exercising in a sense, and you get time to spend with your friends as well. So yeah, so I think it's best if you read my blog, just go through it. If you have any questions, let me know below. I'll also just repost it onto my Instagram page, Artsy Interiors, Artsy Interiors underscore, and then I'll put on my stories on Lee underscore Manaka, and then I'll also just put on the link below. And then I hope everyone had an amazing long weekend, and I hope everyone has an amazing normal weekend that's coming right now. Yeah, and have an amazing day. Like just work hard, guys. Adulting is hard, but you know what? We can do this. I know we can. Thanks for watching.